where are you? And I'm so sorry.
God dang it, Bobby!
So we're here at the last race of the year in Ennis, Texas. It's been a long year, especially for me. Just a lot of crazy stuff's happened. Made the races last night, Friday night. It was cold. They pushed the race back a day. Instead of Friday, Saturday, it was Saturday, Sunday. Because of weather, it rained all day Friday. Anyway, we came in here Saturday, started our day off normal. We had some oil downs, had a couple of crashes. We got 2 runs in. I ran early with Chuck the first run, and gosh, we didn't make the second run until 12:30 at night. We sat in the staging lanes for close to 2.5 hours. So long day. I think they finished up about 1:30. We made 2 runs, both of them decent. Never did get to the other end, just trying to see what the track could take with it being cold. Knew that Sunday would be a different day, so pretty happy the last run. It went a little bit right the first run. Thought we found some stuff with the front brakes. Fixed that. Made a nice straight run on the second one. Just had too much power in it at 12:30 at night. And had to tune up for like 10 o'clock at night, and the track proceeded to get colder. Anyhow, come to Sunday. For eliminations, Drew B. Rad put a pretty good tune-up in it. Sun was out all day, not a cloud in the sky. The crowd was just incredible here. Had my Chevy II here. We raffled a ride off. Took one young man, Colton, from Austin, for a ride. Took him out on the highway and give him a spin. You'll get to see some footage of that. This weekend we thought we'd do something different. It was the end of the season. Been talking about dragging the Chevy II to one of the events, so brought it down here to Dallas. Did a raffle. Anybody that bought $20 or more in merch got a raffle ticket. So we're gonna pull here in just a second, out all the tickets. Some lucky purchaser is gonna get a free ride here in the next hour or so, and we're gonna take them out and cruise down the highway and come back. So anyhow, we're gonna draw right now and see who it is.
As I speak of.
Exactly it. God damn!
So anyway, we did that. That was entertaining. Went to the driver's meeting. Drew B-Red first round. Kind of a rematch from last week of Outlaw Big Tire. I was down on boost then. Kind of looking forward to running him again. The racetrack's better here today than what it was last night, of course. So ran Brad, left, didn't see him. Then I saw him just sticking nose out on me a little bit. Felt like he started to come back around him. Just was reaching over for the scramble button to give it another 4 pounds of boost, and about that time the thing shakes and turns sideways, and that was our weekend. So We were really good early. I rolled across the scales. It's been such a tough year. The reason I went with the single turbo, everybody asks this, you know, and they forget how much success I had with it in season 2. I ran the truck season 1 with twins on it. They gave us a huge weight break into season 2. I ran that. I finished 3rd that year. Should have won the championship. Didn't. But ran the single turbo with the truck. Then I had to build the car. They outlawed the truck, said it wasn't legal over here, wanted something more stock appearing. So I built the Cadillac, put the single on it, same combination. It's just been a struggle a little bit with it, not anything to do with the turbo, not anything to do with really the engine package. It's just been, and I won't even say the car, it's just been one of those things that you have those years when you could do nothing wrong, and then you have the years when you could do nothing right. And this year we struggled early pretty hard. Since Denver, the car's been way better. We've done good there, but I rolled across the scales tonight, and as we started the year out, Robin and I were supposed to have the first 2 harsh chargers, which are a centrifugal blower similar to a Pro Charger, and that's what we were supposed to have on the car as well. They weren't quite where they wanted to be development-wise with them, so Dustin and Brandon didn't want to release them as of yet. So they're working on them again now. Hopefully we have everything here in the next couple of months gathered up, we can go test with them. But we were stuck with the turbos again. Rolled across the scales tonight after first running with Brad. My minimum weight's 2,700 and the car's 2,820. So we're 120 pounds heavy from what we can be. The downside of this is that the rules makers felt like that they would help give us a break, take some weight off of us. Well, what they don't realize is that Finney and I are the only 2 left running that combination, and neither one of us can get down to minimum weight. And when I say minimum weight, we're talking about the fact that if minimum weight's 2,700 pounds, you need to have 50 to 150 pounds of movable ballast in the car. So the car with no ballast in it and the driver needs to be a minimum of 100 pounds lighter than what minimum weight is. So I would have to have a car that weighed 2,600 pounds, then put ballast in it to bring it up to weight so you can move weight front to rear during the day, during the night, to make the car react like what it wants. So the way it was, or the way it is, I've got 15 pounds of weight in it, and it's 120 pounds overweight. And so it's just been a struggle all year with the rules package the way they are, which is it's really upsetting to me that the rules makers didn't pay closer attention or contact the racers about what they were going to do with the rules and why. I mean, I know they had good intentions, but they had very bad follow through with not communicating with the racers and what they could or couldn't do with their program. So looking ahead, plan on having the harsh charger this next year. Feel like it's going to be a superior product to the Pro Chargers, and if it is what we think it will be, then we should be in good shape, barring them doing something crazy with the rules over the winter. So we'll see what happens. Some of the guys are going to go race some small tire stuff. I don't have a small tire car. I'm going to go back, regroup, get the car apart, clean everything up, rewire, replumb, have everything fresh, get the new combination in it, and get out where we can do some testing. Hopefully I'll have X Insurance and Defco with me again next year. Thank God for them, or I wouldn't have been here this year. So they've been a godsend. Rick and Randy have been awesome. So hopefully we can do this again next year with better results, because it's just been so disheartening for me to not have a better showing than we have. And once again, it's not been any particular thing. Some of it's been the car, some of it's been just haphazard consequences. I mean, once again, you have those years when nothing goes right or everything goes right, and we just haven't had any luck. Just for instance, nothing against Brad, but we ran Brad Eglin first round, and Brad outruns us. I mean, nobody's fault but mine. Brad goes out second round and just destroys his engine, which I hated to see for him, but could have happened one round earlier. But it's just been the story of our season of how things have went on. So once again, we've had a great time with all the fans and everything else. Dallas was awesome. We let all the fans sign the front end. You'll see some of that.
Good job, buddy.
Awesome. Oh, he's good. Thank you. Here, Mom.
Thank you.
For that, once he took a young man for a ride in the Chevy II, so a great weekend from an audience standpoint, performance standpoint. Like I said, I'm going to go home with my tail between my legs and lick my wounds and clean everything up and get everything ready after the fire. A couple of races ago, so it's just been tough, but we'll get everything back together. Thanks to all the fans that root for us and wish us well. You know, if it wasn't for the fans, none of us would be here. I don't care if it's the 405, NOLA, whoever. It's all the fans that watch the show, that come to the races, that follow us with the passion that they do, that keeps this whole thing together, and that's why we're here. So it's great to see everybody out, and like I said, we'll give you some updates over the winter, but thanks again for a great season, and we'll see you in the spring.
Yeah, I get right there.